The Lexington Town Council is going to be discussing whether or not they want to be a part of a class action lawsuit tonight in their special meeting. It's called in about an hour from now at 6:15, but they're talking about PFAS, those forever chemicals that we've been talking about more and more that keep getting found in our water supply. News 19's Rachel Ripp explains what to expect from this discussion.
PFAS is the topic of concern at Monday's Lexington Town Council meeting. Local leaders will be discussing and deciding whether or not they will opt in to the PFAS class action lawsuit, something being discussed nationwide. Science professionals say PFAS are forever man-made chemicals that can be found in dental floss, cooking pans, or even bags of popcorn. In this lawsuit, plaintiffs are alleging that these chemicals have contaminated the environment and put people's health at risk. Columbia International University professor and dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. David DeWitt, says there's not enough research yet on the impacts of these chemicals, but it is currently being investigated and researched by various industry fields.
We're going to have concern about any kinds of chemicals that have that kind of persistence in the body or the environment, and the long-term consequences are going to be difficult to discern and what types of health impacts there are.
Within the town's extended agenda, they write that they intend to opt out of the lawsuit. The town goes on to say that this is because it is not in the best interests and welfare of the town.
If it's only one or two individual people and not the town itself, perhaps that's what they're talking about.
Brian Holmes is a lawyer at Joy Law Firm, familiar with class action lawsuits like this one. He explains that when a party is deciding whether or not to join a class action suit, there are factors to consider.
Generally in South Carolina as well, the harm that we're talking about, it needs to have escalated to a certain level. Generally that's harm of more than $100 per person.
Holmes says the party opting in or out also has to think about splitting compensation with others and the time it takes to reach a resolution. But for now, the town intends to be removed from these factors altogether. For Street Squad Lexington, Rachel Ripp, News 19 WLTX.
Well, News 19 did reach out to town leaders this afternoon for an interview, but they declined until after the outcome of tonight's meeting. And again, that meeting starts at 6:15 over at Town Council Chambers. It is open to the public.